Okay, ready to start?
No.
All right, well, we're starting anyways. I said anyways twice, but whatever. Welcome to Counterclaim. This is a completely new podcast. Me and my friend started,
Yeah.
and we're probably going to have some other guests on at some point in time.
Yeah.
And we have a new theme each episode, and yeah.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
We have themes, we have episodes. That's basically all you need to start a podcast.
Yeah, pretty much. So, anyways, our podcast theme this episode is Christmas.
Yay! Who doesn't love Christmas?
It's a debatable subject, honestly.
Honestly, yeah, debatable.
All you Hanukkah enjoyers, you might as well get out of this podcast. We are not talking about you guys. This is not centered around you.
What other holidays are there?
I have no clue. The only two I know is Christmas and Hanukkah.
We're just Midwesterners, so
yeah. We're just hicks down in Indiana.
We're just humble folks down here working our blue collar jobs. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, Christmas. So, what is the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Christmas? Presents.
Yeah.
Wow, that is the default setting of every American person, Jackson.
That's shallow.
Okay. Well, I personally
They celebrate Christmas in France too.
Okay, we don't talk about France.
Okay, what about just
This
Europe?
is America, Jackson.
Okay,
this is America.
Europe in general. They celebrate Christmas in Europe too, I think.
We don't talk about Europe either. This is America. As long as we're in America, we can't talk about any other country.
What about Hawaii?
We were talking about Christmas, Jackson. Okay, anyways, when I think of Christmas, I want to go on a more serious note. I think of spending time with family and friends and stuff. And, of course, I'm a Christian. If you're not, good for you.
What a coincidence.
You're still going to listen to this anyways. So anyways, we're both Christian and we believe in Jesus Christ, and that's kind of one of the main things that comes to mind to me as well. Of course, presents, but I haven't had a lot to ask of, honestly.
Yeah, me neither. Once you get old, once you realize Santa Claus isn't real, sorry to break the illusion, but once you realize Santa isn't real, like Christmas just kind of like, I don't know, becomes just another holiday.
For me, it's once you run out of things that you really, really want, it's kind of like, well, I don't know what to ask for now.
Yeah.
Like, didn't you say you asked for sweatpants?
I did, actually. I asked for sweatpants this year.
Wow.
What did you ask for?
I asked for a leather jacket, and I got it before Christmas, so now I'm like, oh, well.
Yeah, it's like, as you get older, like, you get, like, less sort of expectations for...
Yeah.
Like, whenever you're younger, like, I want an Xbox, and I want...
I never got an Xbox.
You never did.
I never got an Xbox.
You're gonna cry.
Yeah.
As you're older, as you're younger, you think, like, oh, I want, like, an Xbox, I want a roller coaster, I want a new dog. All these, like, crazy, impossible things. And then once you get older, like, you have that, and you may or may not use it, so...
Yeah. Well, let's start from the beginning. When I used to actually believe in Santa Claus, my mom and dad...
You still don't?
Oh, yeah, of course I do.
Oh, okay.
We all know this. But anyways, my mom and dad made sure to take me to the same Santa Claus each year. Like, the exact same one. And they would talk to him beforehand, so he knew all the stuff I was going to talk about.
What?
Yeah.
So
they were like Mission Impossible mode.
They gave Santa a script?
Yeah, they gave him an entire script, basically. Well, I remember one year... They knew I was going to talk about how the year before my parents couldn't find this like red remote controlled Jeep that I really wanted for some reason, and they talked to Santa about it because they knew I was going to talk about it. So next year when I talked about it, he was like, "Oh well, the elves back at home, gosh darn them elves, they were messing with the toys and they broke it. I'm sorry about that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get back to the North Pole to get them into prime condition." So
I'm gonna take a little bit of their Christmas bonus as a result.
So yeah, and you better believe I believed it completely, and I was like, all right, Santa's a cool guy, man. He still is a cool guy. I don't care.
He still is. Yeah, Santa, like, he's not real, but he's still pretty chill.
Actually, technically, he's real, based off of Kris Kringle. So I mean,
he was real.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so
I still haven't gotten over that.
What were the highlights of what you asked for Christmas? What were like the main things that you asked for?
I don't know. I can't think of anything like super cool that other kids haven't asked for, like a phone or I don't know.
I remember when you got a phone, I was like, what? Jackson got a phone in 6th grade? What on earth? What is that?
Yeah, you were like really jealous.
I was like, oh my gosh. I was trying to play it up like, well, I don't need that. I got a Nintendo Switch. And you're like, well, I got a phone. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, but next year I got a phone, and I was really surprised that I got a phone.
Yeah, you texted my mom, and then you texted me.
Yeah, my mom gave me your mom's number for some reason.
I was about to say, why didn't she give me your number? Why didn't she give me my number to you? But
because she didn't have your number.
Yeah, that's what I realized.
Yeah, but
isn't a filter great? You realize you say stupid things, and you can still say them.
But anyways, so Switch was basically the first major thing that I got, because before the Switch, I had an iPad that wasn't actually mine. It was my mom's. So when she was off of it, then I could use it. And yes, I was an iPad child because I had nothing. Well, I had a lot of stuff, but I didn't have electronical stuff. And I would always see Jackson on his like DS and stuff, and everybody else on their DSs and things. And I was like, man, I wish I had electronics. It was the weirdest thing.
Of course you wish you had a DS. Those things were awesome.
Man, I still don't have a DS. I remember the first time I met you, you were playing Spider-Man on your DS, and I was like, yo, can I play? And the entire time, you just did not acknowledge that. And I was like, ah.
I was so selfish as a kid. I was always scared that someone was going to do something stupid and like wipe away my save file.
If my cousin were playing with that, then probably that would make sense. But
because when you're a kid, like all the things that seem important are really just not at all.
Yeah. So Switch was the major thing. I remember asking before that. I actually got an electronic before that. It was like a Kindle Fire, and oh man, when I first got my Kindle Fire, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is so cool, like a tablet for my own. And then after like a month or two, the charger stopped working for some reason.
Yeah, you were telling me
and it would not charge at all. And then I asked you about it, and you said the same thing.
I don't remember. I think it was like, I think I did find out like one of my other chargers like charged it or something.
Oh really? Well, I didn't have any other chargers because I didn't have anything else.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
You have a bunch. You're like Apple, so anything proprietary you don't have.
Yeah, pretty much.
Isn't it just like the holly jolliest whenever stuff isn't proprietary? So shut up. Hilarious. Whenever stuff isn't like proprietary, so it's just annoying.
Oh, also, real quick, I would like to mention our sponsor, Ryan Berry. Thank you for sponsoring this podcast. That is amazing of you.
Shout out to Ryan Berry. He's giving us $5 for this.
Yeah, it's amazing. Ryan, You're still giving us $5, right? What about the money, Ryan? Okay, anyways, back to the Christmas topic. So, Kindle Fire was my main thing at first, and then it was Switch. Switch was cool. That was back when I actually played the Mario games that I had. I don't play those anymore at all. And I thought they were amazing, and now I don't pay attention to them anymore. But next thing I got was my phone in 7th grade. I got that. I was actually surprised to get it that early. I did not think I was ever going to get a phone because my mom and dad continuously told me, you don't need a phone. I don't care if the other kids have phones. We don't need you having a phone. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
Kids are getting all kind, like, kids these days, no, I'm really old. But kids these days, like, they get, like, phones whenever they're, like, 4 or 5 or 6.
Oh, yeah, 2 kids in kindergarten last year, or this year, I don't remember what it was. They both had, like, the newest iPhone ever, and I'm chilling out with my iPhone 7. Which, for me, as long as it works fine, I'm good with it. So...
yeah, I was rocking a 16 gig phone for the longest time. It was only until like 2 years ago that I got a new one that had 128. It was magnificent because like wow, I can have like storage on my phone.
Oh yeah, well the original NASA station would envy you.
No, tell me about it. 16 gigs, a 16 gig phone. Anybody who's ever had a 16 gig phone knows, for lack of a better term, the pain that comes with it. Because half of the storage of the phone is taken up by like storage crap.
Wow, beautifully worded by Jackson Arthur.
Yeah, I'm the wordsmith.
Yeah,
wordsmith Arthur.
Anyway, so back to me, the main subject.
Let's talk about me some more. You know.
Yeah, let's talk about me some more.
We haven't talked about me enough.
Anyways, back to the phone topic on Christmas. When I got my phone on Christmas,
it didn't work.
There is this dirt bike thing that my mom and dad were planning on giving me, but I kept asking about a phone. So they got me a phone. But they got me the phone in this humongous box, and I thought it was the dirt bike, and I was like, man, dang it.
How big was the box that you
No, like as big as the dirt bike was.
Really?
And I kept unwrapping and opening the boxes, and they got smaller and smaller and smaller, and it was a phone.
It was like a Russian, what was it?
Russian doll thing.
Russian Kinder doll. I think it is.
It's not. Is it a Kinder doll?
I don't think it is at all, but that's what I'm running with.
But yeah, and I was like, oh, that is amazing. I really thought it was a dirt bike, and I was like, oh, dang. But I actually did end up getting that dirt bike a while later, and now I only use it at grandma's because we don't have a woods. So anyways, back to you.
Back to me.
What do you have to say?
Back to you.
Any like memorable points in Christmas?
I can only my sister also did get a phone, but like they did it, my parents did it to where she got it in like a Coke, like a 24 pack of Coke. And she opened it. There was a bunch of towels in there. She was like, "Well, thanks for the towels." And then she removed the towels from it, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, a phone!" I can't remember how like bombastic any of my gifts were. Did your parents ever do? Did they ever send you a letter from Santa?
Yes, they did every year.
Yeah,
every year.
I'm not sure if every other parent. No, my parents only did that for like. For Santa to say, Santa is like, you're aging out of the gift system, kiddo. It's like, oh no. I think at that point I didn't believe Santa was real. So
well, every time I got a letter from Santa and it was signed by Santa, and I always thought, oh my gosh, I got Santa Claus's autograph. I'm gonna be rich.
I got these Santa Claus. Like you sell this on eBay for like
Yeah, I don't know why I thought I was like, oh man, this is so exclusive. I got the Santa Claus autograph. This is amazing.
It's like, wow, Tom Cruise signed my letter.
Tom Cruise? What does that have to do with Tom Cruise, man?
Well, they're both, like, really old. But Tom Cruise doesn't look like he's really old.
And Tom Cruise is shorter, probably.
Tom Cruise is, like, 5 foot nothing.
Yeah.
Actually, how tall is Tom Cruise?
I have no clue.
Me neither.
And we do not have time for that. But anyways,
we got all the time in the world, man.
Until 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
When you leave for work.
Yeah. Money.
Yeah, Jackson's going to work. What a nerd.
What a nerd. I have to buy, like, people gifts this year.
Yeah.
If you're, like, I don't know, young and listening to this, first off, do your homework. But second off, be expected to buy Christmas gifts for people.
Oh, yeah. I remember, like, a couple years back is when I started buying Christmas presents for people. I didn't used to do that.
I only started doing it this year because I have a job.
Yeah, it's a lot easier now this year, because used to I only got money for birthdays and Christmas.
But... Yeah, I got money from, like, grandparents, holidays, birthdays, like, good report cards.
Yeah.
And, oh, yeah. Oh, have you ever, like, had games that you sold? That's what I used to do.
I've only sold a few. Like, the main one I sold was Lego Ninjago on the Switch, the video game. Because, what was it? I forgot how they worded it. The Lego Ninjago movie, the video game on the Switch. It was really weird. But I tried playing it. It was just awful. It was a terrible game. I did not enjoy it at all. So then I sold it.
Yeah, it's like that's like a weird naming trend. They'll name something like the movie, the game. Like they had like Street Fighter, which is already a video game, and they made a movie, and then they made a game off of that movie, and they call it Street Fighter the movie, the game. Which it's like going game, movie, game. What? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm trying to think of... Okay, actually, there are many more memorable Christmases. This computer I got that I'm using this for, like a year ago or 2 years... Yeah, I believe it was a year ago. Yeah, it was a year ago. Because that's when I started playing actual video games. And
all those ones before were fake.
They were all
Mario, fake game.
Fake game, isn't real.
Miyamoto thought of it as a dream.
Miyamoto is not real.
Miyamoto's a hack. He's actually the frozen head of Walt Disney.
Yeah. We all know this to be true. But the computer was a huge deal. The computer was in the sense of an Xbox to me. And my parents would never let me get an Xbox because, my parents, they say, oh, you can't have an Xbox. That's too dangerous, man. What's the Xbox going to do, like walk up and punch me in the face?
Yeah. The Xbox is
yeah,
the demon's
you
soul.
can have, and I actually asked them one time, because my dad's friend, he goes to our church and he sells guns, and
well, you gotta repent.
I was asking him about different guns, and I said, how much would it how much money would it be to buy a rocket launcher? Of course, you can't use rockets for it, but you can actually,
What?
you can use it. You can use it for fireworks, and that's what he uses it a lot for. Because he also used to have a firework business.
Yo, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, but he used to have a firework business, and he used rocket launchers occasionally. And I said, how much would it cost to buy a rocket launcher just for firework purposes? And he said about $300. That's what he told me.
I can't believe that. A rocket launcher
it seemed kind of weird to me. Maybe it was just a discount that he'd have, but I will say I asked my parents if I get enough money, could I buy a rocket launcher? And they were like, yeah, sure, you can buy a rocket launcher. And then I thought in my head, why will they let me buy a rocket launcher, but they don't want me to have an Xbox? This is for the Xbox. This is for the Xbox.
You didn't buy me an Xbox. I'm going to get you canceled on Twitter.
Yeah, even though they don't have Twitter. My mom would never get any source of social media. She had Facebook for 2 hours, and now she's concerned that she can't get rid of it.
It's a scam. I mean, that's because Mark Zuckerberg's the one pulling your strings.
No. Oh, yeah, I know that. We're not going to get political, Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but...
I really... yeah.
We were getting very highly off topic of Christmas. What?
Oh, rats! That put my whole plan. I want to talk about social media a bit more.
Okay, you can talk about social media, but then it's back to Christmas.
Okay. Do you use any like social media? I know
I do have social media. I have Instagram. I have not used that in forever. I have Discord, if that counts.
I think it does, yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Instagram, I was very proud of my Instagram account to have like 1,500 followers, and then I realized people have a lot more than that. Most people do.
Yeah.
I also recently got Snapchat. I wish I did not have Snapchat now because in the group chat I am in, there's this guy, and me and Ryan.
Yeah.
You know, me and Ryan, we always like randomly say "shut up." It's a joke.
Ryan and I.
And that was taken out of context.
Oh.
in the Snapchat, and it sounded like I said something really terrible, and I did not. And they will not forgive me for it. And now I have like 5 different enemies that I don't know. But
shut up is already bad enough.
But anyways, anything else you'd like to talk about?
Well, I was about to say like Snapchat is such a big headache. Oh yeah, I got Snapchat, and I would like message people, and then I would like forget about it because busy, you know.
Yeah, I don't know why people on Snapchat expect you to message you often, because I don't even in regular messages. You know me; they call me the watcher in our group messages because I never message in group.
You never do anything.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know why people expect you to message on Snapchat.
Yeah, because what would happen was I wouldn't message people because I'm a busy guy, you know. But I would message people like not. I'd like leave them on red, and they would go like, "Why did you leave me on red?" I was like, "I don't care about that stuff."
Yeah, I don't care at all.
Don't care at all.
But I'm trying to think of other social media stuff I have. I have Pixel Studio, if that counts.
I don't think
Pixel Network. They have a little social media site. It's not really a big social media thing. I forgot. I have Parler. I have Truth Social, and I have Getter. I have those as well. I don't use any of those, but I have them. Yeah. But what else would you like to talk about?
I don't know.
Well,
that's all I wanted to talk about with social media. Is like, well, it's also like a scam. Like the whole thing about social media is that like, oh, reach out to your friends, blah blah blah. People just use it to be mean to each other now.
Yeah, that's basically the same thing.
Like there's like, well, you could be like well off and use it like just meet new people, all that stuff. Maybe get in touch with friends. But other than that, it's just like pretty useless.
Basically, what we're saying by this is we're not very interested in Christmas at the moment. But anyways.
Oh yeah, get back to topic.
Well, we gotta get back to topic. I think you'll like this topic because we both share pretty strong arguments in this. Music, Christmas music.
Oh, we're going. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm done.
What did you think we were going to?
I don't know. I didn't know the whole roadmap for this.
I don't know. I'm coming up with this on the go, so
yeah, that
be
sounds
honest.
good.
But anyways, Christmas music. We both work at the IGA, and we were discussing this in the IGA.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, IGA, short for Independent Grocers Association. Did you know that, actually?
I believe I did know that.
Yeah.
It seems familiar.
I was bored one day in school, and I just looked it up for fun. you know.
Looked up who owns the IGA. Could I possibly become CEO of the IGA?
How did he dethrone the Emperor of IGA?
The Emperor of IGA.
The Emperor. But anyways, yeah, it's just like a hometown grocery store kind of thing.
Yeah, and we were both in there and we were talking about, okay, what's our top 3 favorite Christmas songs? What were your top 3?
Number 3 is Let Them Know It's Christmas. Number 2, Feliz Navidad, that's it.
Feliz Navidad, yeah. I have some fond memories of Feliz Navidad.
Yeah.
School music program.
Yeah, we would have to sing that all the time at a school music program.
I actually liked it, though, because it was Spanish, and I felt like I knew things.
Yeah. It's, yeah. But, and then number 1 is Hark the Herald Angels Sing. I don't know what it is, but, like, I thought
your favorite was Carol of the Bells.
Carol of the Bells? That, I think that's number 4, actually.
Okay. Well, what do you, like about Hark the Herald Angels Sing?
I just said I didn't know.
Oh, okay, you don't know.
I honestly don't know. Like,
yeah. I would say, for my top 3, I would say I don't think you still haven't looked up this song.
Oh, yeah.
But
you sent me
I sent you the link and you still didn't look it up. You said you'd look it up on the way home and you didn't. Such a liar. Anyways, it's, I'm a huge Clint Black fan. If anybody knows who Clint Black is, he's a, like a 80s, 90s country, mainly 90s country, back when country was actually good and not pop, crap. But
whoa, getting way too political.
This is not political. All new country music sucks. I don't care. The last good country artist was Carrie Underwood, and now she's not as good as she used to be. So
you're gonna you just killed all the Carrie Underwood fans.
Well, she's pretty good, but
I thought you were about to say they deserve.
I'm just saying when she gets older, she's not gonna be able to sing the same song she does now. But what I'm saying is Clint Black was a great singer. I still like him, and he did a song called The Coolest Pair, and that was pretty cool. All of his Christmas songs are amazing. It's really weird how good his Christmas songs are. But the Coolest Pair is my favorite Christmas song. My second favorite Christmas song is Step Into Christmas by Elton John. I don't listen to Elton John a lot, but Step Into Christmas is a nice refresher to the Christmas music that you always hear over and over again.
Yeah, that's my problem with, like, what is it, new country rap,
scream, everything.
Yeah, it's just like, keep in mind, I don't listen to all that much, but just those seem incredibly generic, and everybody sounds the exact same.
Now, third favorite Christmas song is probably Carol of the Bells.
That's a good one, yeah.
Like, pretty much every version of Carol of the Bells is good.
Yeah, didn't Metallica record a version of one?
Yeah, I believe they did, but it's pretty hard to screw up Carol of the Bells. If you can screw up Carol of the Bells, you're weird.
That takes true talent.
Yeah.
To be that bad.
Oh, also, we're talking about the Carol of the Bells without the words. I forgot that there was actually words to Carol of the Bells.
Isn't there one like a choir going on, like just making noises like a choir does?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't see what the problem with that is.
I don't mind it, but I'm more of Jackson knows I'm more of an instrumental guy. I have FL Studios on my computer. Yeah. I do instrument stuff, and I don't really care about the singing in that aspect as much. Mm-hmm. But we both like the songs that are like Bing Crosby and Frank Sinatra. Do you like those? I thought you liked those.
I like for Christmas.
For Christmas, at least.
I don't know. Whenever I think Christmas, those are the songs I'm typically like. Those are annoying because they play so much. They do, and it's not on the same level as
of the unnamed song.
I'm gonna name it. It's Mariah Carey. That's all I have to say.
You guys all know what that song is if you're actually paying attention to this.
It's probably like the first line is probably like playing in their head.
Yes, and oh my gosh, I will say, All I Want for Christmas Is You. That plays all the time.
It plays everywhere.
Everywhere, all the time. And I have to say, when I first heard that song, I was like, wow, this is an amazing song. I really like it.
Yeah.
And then I found out they play it all the time, and I'm like, no, this is not good anymore.
Yeah, it's not a bad song, but it's just, they play it.
It's way overplayed.
It's way overplayed.
I do have a version of it. You've heard this of... there's this guy who mixes songs together, and he takes the background music of All I Want for Christmas Is You and mixes it with Twisted Sister, We're Not Gonna Take It as the lyrics, and it's amazing.
That is yet another YouTube video you told me to watch, and I haven't yet.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No.
Shame on you, Jackson. Shame on you. But, Jackson, you were telling me, those Michael Bublé songs get so annoying all the time.
They do.
And you were acting like he started it, man. He's the modern version of that.
I haven't listened to much Michael Bublé, but he doesn't have as good as a voice as like Frank Sinatra and like.
Yeah, I mean, you
Nat
know
King
Frank
Cole.
Sinatra. They took his song from the Mouse on Sing.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
The mouse should press charges.
Yeah. But those are songs that come to mind a lot. What do you normally do for Christmas?
What I normally do, this is gonna sound weird, but this is like a hard question because I don't really do much, but my family does.
Like, do you go to somebody's house besides yours, or?
Well, we started this like new tradition. I think we started this like last year, but my dad's side, we all go to this like church and we have pizza. We play like games and such. We get like this year we did Yankee Swab, White Elephant, Naughty Christmas, whatever you call it, where you get like gifts and you can like either steal or get a new gift. I got like
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah. I get like a small little tin canister.
Okay, that's cool. Is there any specific foods that you usually have that's like your favorite thing ever?
Specific foods. On my mom's side, yeah, my aunt, she makes fantastic noodles. I'm not like
homemade noodles.
Homemade noodles, yeah.
Yeah, homemade noodles are amazing.
I'm not big like noodle guy, but these are like amazing noodles.
You're not hip with the noodles.
I'm not hip to be square with the noodles, but
I love noodles. Anyways,
noodles. That's what you totally said.
Well, yeah, you have some good cooks in your. Well, actually, no. I only know your dad's a good cook, but
well, my aunt's a good cook too. Yeah.
But does your dad cook anything? Because he usually, like, anytime I come over to your house with everybody else, it seems like he always cooks something that's amazing.
Yeah, like well, did I tell you about the like cheesecake thing?
No, you did not.
Oh, so my dad, he's amazing with cheesecakes. I'm not one to eat them, but that's just what other people say.
You just look at them.
Yeah, he's pretty good at making them. But so my sister, she ran cross country, and at our school that we go to, the cross country team does this thing called team bonding, where they go to one of the parents' houses and they like stuff their faces with food. They call it carbo loading, but
okay,
you have to do carbo loading in like 3 days advance in order for it to take effect.
Nice.
So it's really just an excuse. But anyways, yeah. So I think my dad did cheesecake for them one time, and the entire rest of the time my sister did cross country, all the people who were running were like, "Can your dad make the cheesecake?" So
yeah,
it was just kind of funny.
Well, do you know your dad used to work at the Cheesecake Factory?
I don't think he did.
He was a secret agent at the Cheesecake Factory.
My dad was the mayor of he was the mayor of a town at one point.
Yeah, it was Brazil, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Brazil.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
My grandma lives there.
Yeah. But
you know?
I was just saying yeah, but
okay. Anything else you can think of that you do for Christmas?
I can't think of anything.
Sock racing?
Sock racing?
I don't know. I just thought of that.
Is that like sack racing where you like get into a sack?
You get into a sock.
Yeah.
No, it's just something random I came up to.
Imagine it's just like a normal race, but you put your hand in a sock.
Mm-hmm. But
you can't use a sock on one foot, but you still have to put shoes on.
Yeah.
So it's awful.
Do you do anything on Christmas Eve? Like
Christmas Eve?
I mean, I know we're both working on Christmas Eve, but
I think your family might do the same thing. But what my family does, we read Luke, like the story of Jesus.
Yeah,
birth.
we always read the story of Luke.
Yeah, I think it's just what a lot of families do.
Yeah,
because they're Christian.
Mm-hmm.
But does your family do that thing where they open one gift on Christmas Eve?
No, I know a lot of people do that, but we don't do that.
My family never did either.
Yeah.
For me, it's like you ever think like I'm just gonna have like this is a bad example, but you ever just like get into like I don't know Oreos and think like I'm just gonna have one Oreo, and then you end up eating like the whole sleeve or the whole package.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like that where you're just like we'll just open like one gift. And
plus, if we open one gift this year, that would be us opening all the gifts. Probably.
Yeah.
Unless there's a surprise, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But I never did that. On Christmas Eve, we always go to my grandma's house, the same one who lives in Brazil, and all the cousins and everything get together, and we each give presents to each other. For a while now, I've asked for a Nintendo Switch $20 gift card from Chase. We'll have to get him on sometime.
Yeah.
But
Your cousin, for context.
Yeah, for context. Yeah. But then Grandma usually makes something there, and then we do different things. And that's about it. We do that, and then usually Grandma spends the night, and she comes to our house, and then we do Christmas in the morning.
Yeah.
Then on Christmas Day, actually, this year we'll be going to church because it's on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Which I actually don't mind that, but
Christmas is on Sunday.
that'd be cool. It feels more Christmassy almost.
Yeah, like godly, I guess.
Yeah, in that sense. But I believe we are eating at our house. Usually we eat at our house because I like to make stuff. I'm also a cook, and
Yeah.
I make pies and things like that.
I remember one time I came over to your house. You're like, "Oh, I made cookies, yeah," and I bit into it. Unknowingly, there were jalapenos in there, and it was. You thought it was good though, right? It was pretty good, but like the jalapenos caught me off guard. It's like when you bite into a chocolate chip cookie, thinking, "Oh no," but then it turns out to be raisins.
Oh yeah, oatmeal raisin or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's my dad's favorite cookie.
Really?
I
want to call him out.
He's downstairs, so you.
I'm gonna call his bluff.
He's probably listening on us. He's like, "What dare you say?
How dare they insult the legacy of chocolate chip
oatmeal raisin cookie?
They insulted the honor."
But I haven't made those in a while. Jalapeno chocolate chip cookies, but I'm planning on making at some point habanero brownies and cayenne cake. But we don't have any cayennes this year. Our garden did not do good this year. But I make pies, usually sweet potato and stuff. Last year I started a new tradition. We're making peppermint pies. They're delicious. I think I'm going to make one for the IGA contest or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, the baking contest.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that before.
Yeah, it's got an Oreo crust and it has a ton of heavy whipping cream, so it's expensive. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I only make 2 pies in a year, and they're on Christmas because they're really expensive to make. The most expensive pie I've ever made. But and then it has peppermint extract, and that's expensive. It's all real expensive. But I also make pecan pie is a standard. You have to have pecan pie for me.
Pecan pie, yeah.
Pecan pie is my favorite pie.
I think that's my dad's favorite. Yeah, I think that's my dad's favorite pie.
Yeah. What's your favorite pie?
I'm not really much of a pie person.
Oh my gosh, Jackson.
I know, like, I don't like cheesecake. I don't like pie. What do I like?
I feel like cheesecake is a pie. I don't care if you guys say it's a cake. Cheesecake is a pie. It is not a cake.
I remember when I was younger, again, going back, but I would say, like, the stupidest things. Like, whenever I had cheesecake for the first time, I was like, it's too cheesy. Like, there's not actually cheese in there.
And you still say really cheesy jokes.
I do, yeah.
Like Ratatouille. We're not gonna explain that.
No, we have to. Everyone's gonna be like, "What is Ratatouille?"
Okay, you explain it.
Okay, fine. So one day, for whatever reason, I just said Ratatouille. It like popped into my mind, as if a whole spirit appeared, and I don't know why. I just started like cackling out loud.
I'm actually surprised you're not laughing at it now.
Well, you said it like. Well, then here's the problem. Skyler, in his infinite wisdom, said it like go gillion amount of times. So
I'm the professional spammer.
You pretty much did.
Yeah.
And now it's not funny.
It was the weirdest thing though. I thought Jackson was joking at laughing at it, but he was genuinely laughing at it, and it was not even funny. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah. Here's what a standard joke. Here's what like the standard Ratatouille joke would look like. I would just say Ratatouille, and then it'd be like a hex would put on me where I was just like laughing indefinitely. I was like the Joker.
It was really weird.
Yeah.
We do a bunch of random inside jokes that nobody else understands.
I put a spell on you, but
okay.
It's
not Halloween. Jackson.
That's Halloween. My bad. Yeah. Did you actually watch the second Hocus?
I did watch it on my grandma's Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah. I didn't watch it.
It wasn't terrible. It was okay. It was it's like a filler in for the next one. They're not gonna make another one. It's like a filler in. It's like a free space.
It's like it's
a free space movie. It's not a good movie. It's not a bad movie. It's just a movie.
Yeah, it
exists.
It's just like empty calories.
Yeah. Nowhere near as good as Morbius or anything like that.
Or the original one.
Yeah.
The original one's so good.
The original one's amazing.
Everybody, I think like I don't remember, but segue. Christmas movies. What do you think?
Christmas movies. Oh my gosh. I'm a humongous fan of Home Alone. I could watch Home Alone each Christmas and be completely fine with it.
Yeah.
It is hilarious. The first one and the second one. Third one's terrible. Is the newest one they have on Disney Plus, is that the fourth one, or do they have a fourth one?
They're still making them?
Well, no, it's from last year or a year or two ago. Remember the one with the kid? The British kid? The freaking British kid.
I have no idea. They stopped having Kevin McAllister, I think it was. They started like not having him in there. I think it's because he got too old, but like after that, it's like,
just like, nah.
It dropped off like a roller coaster.
Yeah, the first and the second one are good. I really enjoy watching those. I also really like the Santa Claus. I know a lot of people think the first one's terrible and cringy. I actually really like it. I think it's a good movie.
Yeah, I think it's like charming in a way.
Yeah, it's a neat movie, and it's neat how I like how they incorporate the contract, like the clause, like the exit clause and stuff like that. I think that's interesting.
It's been a while since I've seen that.
The second one though is my favorite. Plastic Santa is hilarious.
Toy Santa, yeah.
The Toy Santa. He's hilarious.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
And then the third one doesn't exist.
The only one that's funny that you mentioned it because the only one I've like watched on repeat was the third one.
I hate the third one. Is terrible.
I haven't seen it.
Apparently they're making a series instead of. I wish they would just make a fourth movie instead of a series. Disney Plus needs to chill out on series. They make those all the time.
Oh yeah, they made like a Gillian.
Well, you got She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, all that crap. I haven't even watched those.
We're gonna incorporate you, the audience, into this next segment. It's called Guess How Many of These Shows We've Watched.
Oh,
if you guess none, you're correct.
Not responding means none. Okay.
Well, that's for the audience to answer. You know? Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. We have not watched any of these. I haven't even watched Obi-Wan Kenobi this series.
All of our friends have like watched them too, and I'm just like,
I don't care to watch them. Like even if I used to be the type of person that just wanted to watch them just to say that I've watched them. I don't even want to do that. I don't want to watch them at all.
Well, if you're watching something for the sake of just saying that you've watched it, I feel like you're kind of just doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Like that feels kind of like. I don't mean anything by this, but it kind of means like snobbish in a way. You get what I'm saying?
The reason I was doing that is just because a lot of people would talk about movies and I didn't know what they were talking about.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I want to have like a perspective, but I don't care. It just looks, from what I've seen, it looks terrible. From what I've seen of She-Hulk, it's that classic woman standpoint that they use all the time. I don't mean to be sexist in any way, but it's kind of that thing where like they make the man look like a fool in every aspect of the show. Not that that's terrible, but if you do it all the time, it's kind of annoying. But
yeah,
but classic Disney. But anyways,
classic Disney.
What's your favorite Christmas movies?
Without a doubt, has to be Christmas Vacation.
I've never watched Christmas Vacation. I've heard a lot about it.
Really?
Yeah.
It is really funny. It's not like Elf where it kind of gets old after a while.
Yeah.
So many Christmas things. So many like Christmas media, like movies, music, and such. Mm-hmm. It kind of gets old after a while, but no, Christmas Vacation is and always will be funny to me.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? I like those old claymation movies and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
the
like Rudolph and Frosty.
It's Rankin Bass, I think.
Rankin Bass. Oh, the company. Yeah,
the company.
Rankin Bass.
I think I was talking about.
I thought you were talking about a movie. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah,
I thought you were about to say Ratchet and Clank, to be honest. So, but anyways, yeah, I like the Rudolph and the Frosty. Apparently, I guess Frosty isn't claymation, but it's made by the same company.
Wait, there was like a Rudolph and Frosty crossover movie that was claymation.
What?
Yeah, there was. It was so weird to see Frosty in claymation.
I've never heard of that.
He was like really fat. What was it? Well, he had like a wife and kids in that one. Frosty did.
Oh.
Yeah, they made like the Snow Wife. Did you see the one where like Frosty returns and he like is starting to melt away and he's like genuinely scared of dying and he's like, I don't want to die. It's cold.
Yeah, that's the one that talks about global warming a lot.
Oh yeah. Was that like
there's that old guy who has the summer spray and he's spraying it on all the snow.
Yeah. It was so weird.
Yeah, and he's an old guy with like a he's rich and he has like a fat cat.
I don't remember anything from it except for Frosty genuinely having like a fear of death.
Yeah, he was like genuinely concerned about his life.
He was like, I will not see the pearly gates of heaven.
Messi, Messi, Messi. You remember that guy?
Oh yeah,
Professor Hinkleberg.
Professor Hinkleberg. What was he a professor of? Did he get like a college
He
degree?
wasn't a professor.
He just did magic.
Yeah, I remember he went to the school and he technically didn't throw his hat away.
The rabbit took it.
The rabbit took it. And then they said, well, you can't have your hat back because you threw it away. But technically, he didn't throw it away.
He didn't throw it away. The stupid rabbit did it.
And then Santa Claus steals it from him anyways in the end.
Wait. Oh, I think he did. He, like, jumped on it and he, like, threw it out the window. And then, like, he saw Frosty had it and he was like, ooh, magic powers. And then you're like...
Yeah. And then he was like, give it back to me. But anyway, I always remember this clearly at the end. Santa's like, don't you dare touch Frosty, Mr. Hinkleberg or any whatever it is.
Oh, no, yeah, and he was like,
he's like, now, right, I'm very sorry, Frosty. 100 zillion times.
100 zillion times, and I maybe might
Maybe I'll consider giving you a present.
At that point, I'm just like...
you know what, I'm not going to write that.
What are the chances that, you get that done, and B, Santa's like, oh, you've been good enough, I guess. Like... At that point,
I guess
you're right there. You have the hat. Just take the hat. Also, that's incredibly cruel too, because like that's like stealing someone's soul.
Okay, we're getting really dark into this.
No. Okay, Skyler, imagine this: you have like a pair of headphones that you're like, oh, my magic headphones, and then like you like trip down the stairs one day, and all of a sudden your trash can's wearing them, and he's alive, and he's like, wow, I love Christmas, and then you like. Start to try the headphones off. You're like, no, if you do, I will not. I will cease to exist. I'll just go back to being an ordinary trash can. That's like it's like cruel to steal it now, isn't it?
It was the weirdest thing though, because what I always think is, Frosty, when he was talking after he had the hat on, he acted as if he had a conscience before. And does that mean that inanimate objects have consciousness in that show, and they just can't move? They can only think.
Well, no, because the first thing he says is "Happy Birthday," and he's like, "Well, I don't remember anything."
Yeah, but he was also like, "Did I say that? Man, it's awful weird for a snowman to be able to talk. I could never talk before, or something like that."
Well, yeah, because no other snowman has talked before.
Yeah, but does that mean that that they're referencing to him being able to think?
He says being able to talk. A snowman talking is a crime against nature.
Mm-hmm. I like how remember when they go up to the postman guy or the train conductor guy, and they're like, 1 ticket to the North Pole. There is no train tickets to the North Pole. There is no way you're getting on a train to the North Pole.
Well, the North Pole doesn't exist. Santa's real, but the North Pole isn't.
but anyways, so they're doing that, and for some reason, the train conductor isn't thinking, this is a, 5-year-old child asking me for a train ticket to the North Pole.
Well, she was accompanied by an adult.
Yes. A snowman, yeah. But then they stow away, don't they? Remember they stow away in a train?
Yeah.
And,
well, wait, hang on. Frosty wasn't even an adult either, because it's like a 1-year-old.
Yeah, he was alive.
He wasn't even a 1-year-old then. He was just like a day old.
Silly snowman. They're coming to life and messing up anything. No, remember the police guy who swallowed his whistle and now could only speak and whistle?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then they get on the train.
That was scary.
I significantly remember this part. I bet nobody else thinks of this in Frosty. But when they're on the train and then the Professor Hinkle follows them, and he gets under the train for some reason instead of getting on top of it. But
because it's cold, like the wind's blowing really fast.
But anyways, so they say, well, the train had to stop real quick to stop for another train of Christmas passengers to cross. You remember that?
I don't remember that at all.
Okay, in the middle,
you're Mandela affecting me right now.
In the middle, I just watched Frosty. I remember this. In the middle, they have to stop to let a train of other passengers cross, but the thing is, they cross the trains and then they stop and wait for them to cross, even though they already crossed the trains.
I was about to say because the girl gets sick at one point, right? Or she's too cold.
But what I was saying is,
and I was remembering they had to stop it for plot reasons.
Well, no, they stopped it actually before, and remember, because when they stopped it really quick, and then Professor Hinkleberg like fell off and
I
like
don't remember that at all.
got hit by a bunch of icicles.
I vaguely remember him getting hit by a bunch of icicles, but I don't remember.
But that's what happened. And what I'm saying is they said they had to stop for passengers to cross, and what they did is they passed the train tracks and then stopped after they already passed, and then the train went past. Mm-hmm. It was really because I feel like they messed up the animation and just went along with it.
I don't remember at all what you're talking about.
Okay, nobody else would remember this either, but I do. But then she gets sick and.
Then he goes into red hot. No, not red hot. That would be like the sun. But
they go into like a random greenhouse in the middle in the middle of freaking the North Pole.
And then the guy like kills Frosty.
Yeah.
He's like,
I like how he shuts the door, and apparently if he shuts the door, that means the door is locked.
Well, because it was locked. They probably hid the key underneath the mat.
Well, there was no mat.
No, there was probably like a doormat to the greenhouse, and they hid the key under it.
So you're telling me it was locked from the inside, then?
Yeah, obviously.
That doesn't make sense. Because Santa opens the door again after that.
Well, he's magic.
Yeah,
so
that's true. He's magic.
Santa's.
And then he's just like, screw you. You're gonna have to write this paper 100 zillion times. And I also like remember when Frosty is running away from Hinkleberg, even though he's like a living snowman and he's like taller than him. I'm sure he could beat him up. But,
Frosty is a gentle creature. Also, Snow, that would like break his arm if he punched somebody else.
That's true.
Yeah.
But when Hinkleberg is chasing after him, Frosty's like immensely fast, like on his belly going down the slopes.
Like
remember that? But anyways, Hinkleberg. I like how Hinkleberg Hinkle is chasing after him.
Yeah.
And
wouldn't Frosty get bigger if he was rolling down a hill?
That's what I thought. but Hinkle's chasing after him, and he's going surprisingly really really fast.
I think he would just get fatter.
Yeah.
Like
it was really weird.
The snow would build up on his belly.
Yeah, I actually don't know why we narrated Frosty, but we did that.
Yeah, here's the plot. Here's my favorite part of the podcast. Plot synopsis of Frosty. This is gonna be in every episode from now on.
Yes, it is. We're gonna be talking about Frosty, all the Frosty lore each time.
How do you think Frosty's doing right now? Actually,
I'm not sure. Let's go ask him on the Frosty phone.
Yeah, I think we can like send him like a Skype or email.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Rudolph's good. Another claymation.
Maybe you can get Frosty on the show sometime.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, we gotta have a real celebrity on the show.
Yeah, we'll have a real celebrity. I wonder if I can get his autograph.
Yeah.
But
he just punches the paper.
But Rudolph is good, and then Santa Claus is coming to town. You know that one?
Yeah.
Where they talk about Santa Claus's life and
that's
his
like Santa Claus's origin story.
Yeah, and the Winter Warlord and everything.
I remember being like really scared because like didn't they have like a old guy?
Yeah, it was the Winter Warlock.
Yeah, I was so scared of him
of the Winter Warlock, and they just randomly became nice.
Yeah,
because he gave him a toy. So
well, no, because he taught him how to walk. Remember?
No, but he gave him a toy and then he became nice.
Well, yeah, because that's a really nice thing to do.
It was a choo-choo train.
So
well, it's always a choo-choo train.
Well, so
in Phineas and Ferb, it was a choo-choo train.
You're telling me that if you like, okay, that's what we should have done with like Al Qaeda and stuff. We should get them like a choo-choo train.
We just got to give them a choo-choo train.
Just give them a choo-choo train.
They'll be completely fine. And then we got to teach them how to walk, and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But anyways, one of my favorite of those claymation type of movies is A Year Without a Santa Claus. That is by far my most favorite. Snow Miser and Heat Miser.
Heat Miser is
No, Snow Miser is the best. I have 2 Snow Miser ornaments. Snow Miser ornaments. You probably won't be able to see them from there, but I have 2 Snow Miser ornaments on that Christmas tree that's right beside us.
Yeah. What about Polar Express?
Polar Express. The past few years I've skipped watching Polar Express just because I would like to watch other things, and I forgot most of the stuff from Polar Express.
I've completely forgotten about Polar Express.
This year I actually watched it and I understood it too, but when I looked back at it, the animation is really, really weird. Like, I feel like this was like the startup of modern animation. And like this was one of the first few things they did with modern animation. It was really weird.
Yeah.
Like early 2000s stuff.
It was early 2000s?
I assume it was. That's what it looks like.
I think it should. Well, the animation in that is like the humans look really realistic.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about more the facial expressions and stuff
yeah,
like that.
like all that was pretty good too. I don't
No,
think
no, it wasn't good. The facial expressions weren't.
okay, it had to be better because I'm basing off like early 2000s. I know it wasn't early 2000s, but I'm thinking like Toy Story, where
Well,
like,
yeah. If you watch Polar Express again, look at the mannerisms in them and think, is this what a normal human would do in this situation? Would look like in this situation?
oh my god, it was 2004.
Yeah, early 2000s.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
I'm not surprised. I will say it's cool when they're going through all the winter areas and then that hobo on the roof.
Oh, the hobo on the roof with
who's like a magic guy.
What about the
Conductor's my favorite.
the doll?
The doll.
The doll. Yeah, there was like a really scary part.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah,
and the hobo guy was in there actually.
The
He
hobo
was
guy?
at the very top.
No, you're thinking of a different part.
No, he was peeking out of the top of the caboose.
No, because he like fell into a train.
Because he was controlling the puppets.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I remember like I think wasn't the hobo like really scary too? Because he was like, "You gotta wake up."
Yeah, you gotta wake up.
Yeah.
It's Christmas. Then the kid was like, "Is Christmas real?" And he's like, "I don't know. Is it?"
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, and he was quite weird.
Wasn't there like also a really cool part where they just like did a Tokyo drift on the ice?
Yeah. I like that part
Yeah.
with all the and then they had to stop for the caribou.
Yeah. And one of the conductors like ate the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had to pull on his beard. Remember for the caribou because his yell sounded like a caribou. They had to go, oh.
They didn't even get I thought you were saying they pulled on his beard to like have him vomit out the key.
No.
I was like,
well, remember the train was all moving around and then he like hit the top of the ceiling and the key fell out of him.
Oh.
No, you're talking about the fat guy swallowed his key. The fat guy. I'm talking about the skinny like guy with the long red beard.
Yeah.
And they had to pull on his beard because he sounded like a caribou to get the caribou out of the way.
It was like Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a cool movie. What else is there? There's the Grinch.
A Grinch?
The Jim Carrey one. Jim Carrey fits the Grinch, and Jim Carrey is one of the person that leaves everybody like if he was if I met him in real life, I feel like I would be on edge at all times.
On edge? What do you think?
I feel like he could just do anything random at any time. Like, he could just randomly pull a Uzi out of his pocket.
What? He's not violent.
No, I know, but I don't trust Jim Carrey.
He would just be like he would just like do a prank.
I do not trust Jim Carrey.
What if you like what if you met Jim Carrey in real life and you like pulled an Uzi out of your ear?
I don't know. I feel like Jim Carrey is just the most random person. He could do anything at any given time.
He was like the Grinch. He was like Eggman. He was Ace Ventura.
He was the Mask.
He was the Mask. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Shame on me. But he was just a guy in the mask. I don't even think he was like the Mask.
Oh, he was basically the Mask.
Oh yeah. What were we talking? Oh yeah, the Grinch. This is like probably a hipster opinion, but I still like the animated original one.
I like the animated original one. I like the live action one better though, because I like him being crazy.
Well, I was about to say, like, I think a lot of people like that one, but that's like not their favorite one.
Oh, and the one that I always forget about is the new Illumination one. I watched that one time, and it's just like, no, you're not doing it right. You're doing it wrong.
I think they
restart.
I wish it was like Toy Story 2 where they accidentally like deleted the entire movie. Did you ever hear that story?
Yeah, I did hear that story.
That was amazing. That they like,
yeah. But I like the original Grinch too.
It was probably
yeah. Those were good. I'm trying to think of any more. Have you ever watched? You know what Mr. Magoo is? Have you heard of him?
I think I have.
He's like kind of like Mr. Bean actually, but he's like an old dude who can't like see very well.
And he's like all infatuated with Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was doing have you seen the Christmas Carol version, Mr. Magoo?
I haven't seen anything Mr. Magoo.
That's pretty good.
I think I've seen like one thing that was Mr. Magoo, and I was like really young.
I found out recently they made a modern series of Mr. Magoo, and it was cool.
Hang
yeah.
On. I have to look that up now.
He's kind of like Mr. Bean.
Mr.
He's the Mr. Bean that nobody's heard of.
Okay, Mr. Magoo, 1962. Dang. Yeah.
But they made a modern series as well.
Okay. Yeah. What? Have you watched any of the Hallmark ones?
Hallmark. I hate Hallmark ones.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, the exact same plot with the exact same actors each movie.
I don't think it's the exact same actors.
Well, yeah, for most of the movies they reuse the same actors.
Well, yeah, that's just like good business. But the thing is about those movies is everybody hates them, and I'm thinking like they're harmless. Well, you think like
they're not bad. I'm not saying they're violent or anything. I'm not saying they're bad. It's just I'm not into that type of Christmas movie. Like if I watch,
I'm not either. But
if I watch 1 or 2, I might be like, oh, that's a nice story, but every movie's the same. It's the exact same plot each time.
I think they're overhated. Just
yeah.
like they're not like masterpieces or something.
Yeah,
But
I see where you're coming from, but
yeah,
I'm trying to think of what are some other good Christmas movies. I'm not thinking of.
Well, how about this? Holiday specials.
Ooh, I forgot to mention a few.
Okay.
Have you watched White Christmas?
White Christmas? I don't think so.
Bing Crosby, and that other guy who was a comedian that's with him. But anyways,
I'll have to,
you gotta watch White Christmas. It's got all the Irving Berlin songs. He wrote White Christmas, and he has a lot of other Christmas songs.
I can't.
And just holiday songs in general.
Which one is White Christmas? I'm only thinking of Blue Christmas.
You know, I'm dreaming of a White Christmas.
Oh, I thought that was Elvis.
No, he sings it, but actually Bing Crosby was more well known for that. He brought it out.
Yeah.
But also Holiday Inn. Bing Crosby's in that as well. It has all the Irving Berlin songs, and it also has Fred Astaire in it. Have you heard of him?
Fred Astaire?
He's like an old dancer. Like from the 40s and stuff.
I have no idea.
Probably haven't heard of him.
No.
Understandable, but
there are so many like artists that you bring up, and I'm just like I have no idea because you're like
I know all the old artists, like Jimmy Stewart.
You know all the old artists. I thought I was kind of like that. Like I listened to like Styx, who started making albums around like to the 70s, and they're still going today.
I don't know. I know 40s upwards, man. So
40s upwards.
Well, actually, 40s until 90s. 90s is where the buck stops.
The buck stops. Yeah. Have you listened to like, I forgot what I was gonna say, but let's talk about like just holiday specials, you know.
Only holiday special I've seen. Well, I've seen a few of the modern ones.
Let me guess. It's a 50s TV show that I've never heard of, but you just love to pieces. No,
I believe it's 70s or 60s or 70s.
Wrong by decade.
Mm-hmm.
I got the foundation right, but
60s or 70s. Johnny Cash show.
Johnny Cash. They made a Johnny Cash show.
Yeah, it had 2 seasons.
Okay,
I believe.
They'll make a show for anyone now.
Yeah,
but I was thinking
Johnny Carson does some good Christmas things.
Johnny Carson
back in the past. He's the old Jimmy Fallon.
What? Wait, he had like a night show.
Yeah, he has a night show.
Well, I already hate him. Oh, night shows are awful.
The old ones were good.
You were telling me old Saturday Night Live is like amazing, but
old Saturday Night Live is really good.
I'm always gonna doubt you, no matter what you do or how much evidence I'm given.
Well, everyone in the new ones, though, I have to say, every once in a while you'll come across a gold mine and it's hilarious, but most of them are not funny.
Most of them suck. Like did you see the Wario SNL skit?
No.
It's so unfunny. It's like, well, I know it's like SNL, but
yeah,
the plot of it is like Mario died and they're like trying to find out who to kill him. Elon Musk actually plays Wario, and he's like pathetic.
Figured Jeff Bezos would play Wario better.
Jeff Bezos? No, he's
actually
bald.
Jeff Bezos is literally Lex Luthor. Actually,
he's got the look down.
No. There's this one video of him having these like robotic arms, and he's like laughing as he has the robotic arms. He literally looks like Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. But then I believe when he came down from space, wasn't he the guy who went to space?
I thought you were talking about when he came from like a different planet.
yeah, he did that too.
That would be so awesome if a guy came from space and instantly got rich.
But anyways, he was wearing, when he came down from space, he was wearing a cowboy hat, I believe, and he did not look good in that cowboy hat. I don't know why. I'm still talking about this.
Oh, now you're just being mean.
No, I'm just saying, Jeff. a person like Jeffrey Bezos or
He
Elon Musk
uses his whole government name.
or either of those people should not be wearing a cowboy hat. That is not them.
Yeah, you're just being mean now.
No, I'm just being realistic, man. Just being realistic.
Imagine you got bullied.
I wouldn't look good in a cowboy hat either, Jackson.
Imagine if you got bullied and the bully just says, I wasn't being, I was just being realistic.
That's how cyberbullying works, Jackson.
Cyberbullying is strange to me. But we were talking about Christmas specials.
Christmas.
We got so off track.
Yeah, we do that a lot.
We do, yeah.
That's the main point of this. But what are your Christmas specials? I never watched Christmas specials much. Well,
it's not Christmas, but like the only one I can think of right now is the Friends special where Phoebe or Monica, whichever one, puts the turkey on her head and starts dancing.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember. Phineas and Ferb had one where they like reinvented Christmas. I think.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm trying to think of like.
Oh, you're talking about series Christmas specials.
Yeah.
Yeah. I Laverne and Shirley, Andy Griffith.
Of course, you would talk about those shows.
Yeah, you've never watched any of. Well, you watched Andy Griffith.
That's what I made my prediction. Like you're talking about like 50s or 60s or 70s show that nobody's ever heard of. But
you haven't heard of the Andy Griffith Show?
I have heard of the Andy Griffith Show.
You've watched it before.
Yeah.
You should watch some of those old shows. You got. I haven't watched much Happy Days, but that's a good show. Oh, that's the guy right there, Fonz.
They're Fonz.
The guy with his thumb up on the Christmas tree.
Oh, that looks like the guy from Grease.
Yeah. It's we're talking about ornaments, by the way.
Yeah.
In case you lost interest in this.
Yeah. How about this? What is your criteria for a Christmas movie? Does it have to take place during Christmas? Like, do you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie?
As long as, like, when it was made, does it have to be made during Christmas or?
Oh my god, that isn't like.
I don't think it should have to be made during Christmas.
Most movies take like upwards of like 3 or 4 years to make. So
as long as it's about Christmas, relatively.
Yeah, I think that it can only because I can say like Die Hard's a Christmas movie and Batman Returns is a Christmas movie. That's pretty much the only reason.
Okay now.
What? What's wrong with that?
Wait, is Batman Returns the one with
Catwoman and Penguin, and it has Mayor Shreckle or Shrek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shrek. Yeah, no, that's not a Christmas movie, Jackson.
What? It takes place during Christmas. You were just saying that it does.
No, I said it has to be relatively about Christmas.
It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It just takes place during Christmas.
So, Die Hard takes place during Christmas, and it's a Christmas movie.
But is it about Christmas?
Yes, it is. They went to a Christmas party.
Okay, I've never seen Die Hard. Okay, if they went to a Christmas party,
you can't judge if it's a Christmas movie if you haven't seen it yet.
I have seen Batman Returns, and that's not a Christmas movie.
You're just saying that because you think it's bad, man.
It is bad,
man.
But it's.
Is it? It's not that bad. It's not like Batman and Robin, but.
No, nothing is like Batman and Robin.
This is the hill I'm dying on. Batman and Robin is hilarious, and if you take it seriously enough to think that it's a legit,
I think it's funny.
Yeah, it's funny, but if you can't
it's not a good movie, but it's funny.
It's not a good movie at all. But if you can't find any enjoyment from Batman and Robin, you're a loser. You're just no fun at all. No friends. That's the hill I'm dying on.
Yeah.
Everybody, of course, is going to disagree, but
the 0 people that watch this.
The 0.1.
But yeah. Oh, I also forgot to mention Charlie Brown Christmas. That's a staple point of Christmas movies.
Charlie Brown. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember they put that on Apple TV Plus, and everybody got super mad because even though everybody owns it in like some way or another, like DVD, Blu-ray, whatever, they still got mad because it's a tradition. Like watching it on live TV, it's like less practical because commercial breaks and such, but it just like feels better. Like we're all it like feels
I don't
united.
know. I've never watched it on live TV actually. I have it
Really?
on DVD.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Those are some of the main movies that we watch. What's another aspect of Christmas? I'm trying to think.
Aspect of Christmas.
Ooh, how did your Christmas presents work?
What do you mean?
Like, when I got Christmas presents in the living room, or pretty much, okay, I'll explain to you. When I woke up, there would always be Christmas presents in the living room, and then there would be the stockings and stuff would be on the front porch.
What?
And I don't know why. That's just how we did it. And then up in my room, I would always forget, and they'd have like 2 ornaments set up here. I would always get new ornaments for Christmas, like of different characters.
Oh, you just have it like a tree in your room.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not one for setting up for Christmas, so I don't have a tree in my room.
Oh. Do you decorate during Christmas at all?
Yeah. I help out. I'm not like
you help. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not like super stellar for it.
Okay. What happens with me is I like decorating my Christmas tree.
Yeah.
I always feel like I'm gonna end up decorating a lot, and then I go to my mom. We decorate the tree, and I put on like the main ornaments and stuff, and I just kind of don't care about the rest.
Yeah.
But except for this tree, because I have all the cool ornaments.
Yeah. Well, cause I remember I used to hate like decorating the tree. Because what I would do was like my sister would always be like, you have to spread them out. And the way our house is set up, where we put our Christmas tree, like only 3/4 of it is present. Like 1/4 of it is just like hugging the wall the entire like month of December.
Yeah.
So I would always be like, well, if we put our ornaments like on this one hat on 1/4, nobody's gonna see it. But I guess it just makes it look better. I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree with that, but
yeah,
it's all I remember when I had my Christmas presents wrapped and stuff like that. My mom and dad would always, or my mom, not my dad. My mom would wrap it with a special like wrap and everything that was Santa Claus and stuff.
Yeah.
And when she was wrapping other people's presents, she never had that one out because she didn't want me to know that she used that wrap.
Yeah.
Because she wanted to make it look like it was just Santa Claus using that wrap. But yeah, that was cool.
I thought it was just like a wrap with Santa Claus on it.
But it did have Santa Claus on it.
Well, you were just talking about like a wrap that Santa Claus uses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about now.
Yep. Oh, another thing to talk about. Huey Lewis. You know how I like Huey Lewis.
Yeah.
Great band. Amazing.
Context for the listeners.
Context for the listeners. Yeah. I found out. I looked up. I was thinking, I wonder if Huey Lewis does any Christmas songs. That would be great. I looked up Huey Lewis Christmas song. Christmas song.
I was thinking more like people who don't know who Huey Lewis is. You were just context. Huey Lewis made Christmas songs.
Well, okay. Huey Lewis, in the news, they were a band from the, 80s probably?
Yeah.
80s, yeah, and they did a bunch of 80s style music. Look them up.
Is Huey Lewis, is that like Huey like broke off and made his own band, or he started singing
No,
solo?
it was always Huey Lewis in the news.
Okay.
I just sometimes say Huey Lewis.
Well, yeah, it's like save up on breath.
Yeah. But I looked up Christmas songs. They have one Christmas song, and it's "Walking in a Winter Wonderland." And honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a huge Huey Lewis fan, but it sounds like it's just a bunch of college kids singing it.
That one, I'm not a fan of that song.
It's alright.
Like they do a bunch of. Here's my problem with that. They just like list off a bunch of stuff that nobody does. Like they talk about like.
No, that's the Christmas song.
We'll sit by the fire, and like nobody, like, no, it's about.
Well,
like,
okay, yeah. As we dream
like,
by the fire. As we dream by the fire.
Yeah, as we dream by the fire.
Well, I think what they think of is
like,
the fire inside a house.
Yeah. As soon as I said that, I realized, like, oh yeah, people have fire inside of the house. I was thinking like.
I kind of agree. That's kind of what I thought initially.
I was thinking like
people sitting out in the cold with a campfire.
You sit next to a bonfire, like they're out in the middle of the woods, like starving.
Yeah. But also the Christmas song. If you guys don't know what the Christmas song is, it's literally called the Christmas song. It's the one that goes chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
Who's roasting chestnuts over an open fire, anyways?
Apparently that's a thing some people do. I think it's that one thing that's just in states like Nebraska and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like the states nobody cares about.
Yeah, fake states.
Unreal state. While we're at it, I might as well list off all the states that aren't real. Of course, Ohio, Nebraska, North Dakota. I despise North Dakota. Idaho is not needed. You could grow potatoes anywhere else. That I'm just gonna put my 2 cents in. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I forgot to say something.
Where does the saying 2 cents come from?
I have no clue.
Is it like the one Bible verse where the lady puts 2 cents into the pot?
I think that might be where it is.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to actually have 2 cents and just hand it to someone and says, "Who loves my 2 cents?" But
it's like on your bucket list before you die.
Yeah.
you're gonna be on your deathbed like, no, I forgot about that one thing.
Yeah. I forgot to ask, what's your top three least favorite Christmas songs?
Top 3?
I already know what your first.
Oh yeah,
least favorite.
I think we already talked about number 1, but
yeah, All I Want for Christmas Is You, definitely number 1 least favorite.
I can't think of any other.
Well,
ones.
didn't you say Santa Baby as well?
Oh yeah, definitely Santa Baby and I Saw Mom Kissing Santa Claus. I don't know, like romanticizing Santa, or objectifying him is so weird.
I agree with you.
He's like
actually, what I feel like with I Saw Mama Kissing Santa Claus, what I feel like is being implied there that Santa is just his dad being dressed up as Santa.
I never thought of it like that.
I feel like that's what it's been. I just recently thought about that. I feel like that's what's being implied.
You just thought of it right now. Isn't there just like a line in it that is like, Dad came in like really like scared?
No.
Oh,
The kid says, "What a laugh it would have been if Daddy had only seen." Oh. So what I feel like is he's just being naive, and his dad actually is dressed up as Santa Claus.
Because he's a stupid kid and doesn't know Santa's fake and dead.
But
Santa Claus is fake and dead. Let the record show.
Well, let's just shatter your dreams real quick.
Oh wait, I forgot about the little kitties. If Santa's real, he may or may not be dead.
He is not dead. He is real. He has magical powers and he has multiple Pokemon cards.
And he has a shiny Charizard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just for you.
No, that's his own personal one.
He's a collector.
He's a collector, yeah.
Yeah.
He collects like bottle caps, Pokemon cards.
He saves the bottle caps for when Fallout comes.
Yeah, when the yeah. But yeah.
I feel like because I feel like it's on the same lines of Santa looked a lot like Daddy. You know that song?
I don't know
the Buck Owens song.
What? Let me guess. It's like from the 1950s or 60s.
No, it's not. I think it's Buck Owens who sings it. You know, or Daddy looked a lot like him. Not the way I had him pictured.
Let me see.
You don't know that song? Don't play it. But I feel like it's on the same lines as that song. I don't know about you.
Okay, Santa looked a lot like Daddy.
You know the song?
Song by Brad, blah blah blah.
Okay, it's
2006. Okay, I have no excuse.
Wait, no, there's no way that's from 2006.
Okay, maybe they like discovered it, or maybe it wasn't like published until like 2006 because of like licensing or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
Licensing is weird.
Yeah, licensing is weird.
Yeah. You ever have like a song that like, you have a song that you didn't know existed or whatever, but then your friend brings it up as like, oh, of course there would be a song like that.
Yeah.
Like a friend and I were recently talking. I think you know this friend too. We were talking about like The Devil Went Down to Georgia, and I was like, oh yeah, it's a good song. He just talked about like, did you know they made a sequel? I was like, what? And it's like, here's the story as he said it. It's not going to be very Betaman or anything, but apparently, hear me out. The Devil Goes Down to Georgia again, and he's like, I've come back for a rematch because he's currently like 0-2, kind of embarrassing. Okay. And the kid who's like grown up now, he hasn't like trained at all. He's like Goku. He hasn't trained. So like I think what happens is like he goes back to training and he like defeats the devil again. So the devil's currently like 0-3 now, which is super embarrassing.
0-3.
Yeah, he's 0-3.
You mean 0-2?
No, 0-3. God defeat him. God like.
Oh,
God,
well, yeah.
God like completely like destroyed him.
Yeah.
Well, not completely destroyed, but
he's soon to be 0-4 at some point.
Yeah. Shout out to Revelation.
Shout out to Revelation. Yeah. Yeah.
I think you might go into retirement after that one.
Yeah, you might.
That's really embarrassing.
I still have that meme where it's like God, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost laughing at a devil being beaten by some random hillbilly kid in Georgia.
It's like the three sportscasters like going crazy.
Yeah. That's cool.
Okay, I want to say, I honestly like the devil playing the fiddle way more than the kid. How did the kid win? How did the devil go? Oh, how did the devil?
I know how the kid won.
How?
Because the devil technically only all the bass and the guitar that doesn't count as fiddle. That's not fiddle. The only thing the devil played was in the whole song.
Yeah, that sounded pretty good though.
No, I think Johnny sounded better. But I will say when the devil did all the bass and everything, like the dum 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 dum, you know, all that.
He played the bass.
Well, all the other people who was with him played the bass.
All the
Remember?
demons, yeah.
Yeah, that made it sound good, but that wasn't fiddle, so technically that's why he lost.
But the devil is cheating. How is he gonna be like, oh, you beat me fair and square?
He's the devil. He's gonna cheat.
Yeah. How is he gonna be like, you beat me fair and square? Like, fair and square is not your brand, dude.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know how we got on that rant. We have not. We talked about songs. That's how.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on another subject, what is your thoughts on snow?
Snow.
Snow.
We barely get. We're out in like the Midwest, so we barely get any snow.
We used to get snow though. Don't you remember when you were younger? We used to get a bunch of snow.
I don't remember that.
It seemed like we used to get a lot more snow than we did.
And I lived in a completely different town.
Oh yeah, you lived in Spencer.
Yeah.
When did you move here?
I think it was like around 5th or 6th grade.
I remember I went to your house like one time in Spencer.
Yeah.
And we talked about Lego Batman the whole time.
Well, because Lego Batman's awesome.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. But snow. It seems like we haven't been getting a lot of that. I wanted to get some more snow because I'd like to make snow ice cream. I don't think I've ever made that.
Snow ice cream. Isn't that like what is it called? Snow cone.
Snow cone.
Why did I forget that?
That's
word?
not a snow cone. That's snow ice cream is like you put vanilla extract in it and all the stuff. I don't remember what else you put in it, but it's like actual ice cream. Yeah, and you put it in like a bag and put it in your freezer for an amount of time, something like that. But yeah, I'd like to do that sometime. My dog is like a huge fan of snow. I thought if you threw a snowball at him, then he'd start running away. But if I throw a snowball at him, he'll just eat it. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But my cat, of course, hates it, despises it.
Yeah.
My cat is the boss of my dog, so. Jackson, I don't know what else to talk about. Do you have anything else to talk about?
I was gonna say, I don't really like snow that much.
You don't like snow?
I obviously did when I was younger, but
I still
cold.
like snow to this day.
Yeah.
Snow is like amazing.
Snow's a lot of fun.
It's really pretty though. Snow is like.
Yeah.
I like the idea of sitting inside and watching it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
But it's not fun when it's cold outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be fair, I'm the kind of person to wear shorts outside when it's cold.
Jackson, you're that type of kid.
I am that kid.
No, you know, I wear sweatshirts in the summer.
It does get annoying though, because like every time I do it, somebody's always
some old guy's like,
no, it's not even an old guy. It's like somebody's just always like, it's cold outside. It's like, yeah, I did go outside at one point, and I always had to go like, yes, I know it's cold outside.
Well, yeah, I will say, this. I do have an allergy to cold.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah, everybody, when I tell them I'm allergic to cold, they think I'm lying. Like, all track season, they thought I was lying.
I did.
And then at the very end, they believed me. I was like, I told you.
Well, because, like, one day we were taking pictures, you started getting, like, goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, from, like, how cold it was.
And if it gets really bad, I'll just pass out, so.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then my head will start hurting, my ears will hurt. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But, then my cousin's, not Chase, but technically Chase is my second cousin. I don't know if you know that. But
who's the first one?
His mom.
Oh.
But his mom.
His mom.
But she's allergic to heat.
Really?
Yeah, so she's like a vampire pretty much. No, I'm just joking. Just joking. It's just a joke.
That's crazy. Wait, was the allergy real or?
Yeah, it's real.
It's
the allergy's real. I'm joking about the vampire thing.
I got you.
That would make sense if I was joking about vampires.
Yeah.
But
vampires are totally real. If you're young and watching this, vampires are real. Be scared.
So is Santa Claus. Believe that.
Be scared of Santa Claus.
Be scared of Santa Claus. Did you ever see they came out with that new movie? It's like John Wick Santa Claus.
Violent Night. I haven't seen it yet.
I want to see. I don't know who we can go with to see that because it's like 18.
It's 18.
Yeah. We gotta go with someone to see that because that looks like a great movie. I've watched the first and second John Wick and they're great.
We can totally just lie about our age. We both look like I look like 21. I kid you not. It was like this year during cross country season. I got on the bus and the bus driver thought I was the coach.
Really?
Yeah. No, I got on. To be fair, I was wearing like a hat and I have like a mustache. So
Okay.
So
you should have just played on with it. Just been like, oh yeah, we're the team here.
Well, he was asking me like where the school was. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not even the coach. I'm still in high school.
Just turn this way. Here, I know a shortcut.
I know a shortcut. You go on like train. You go on train tracks.
Go on train tracks. Oh my gosh. Okay, now fly.
If we all go on the bus and flap our arms, we can fly.
If we all jump at the same time, we will get a major boost.
Wasn't there like people on the internet trying to be like, if we all jump at once, we can shift the Earth's gravity?
Yeah, I think there was a bunch of people like that.
I think there was, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we could lie about our age in that movie.
We could.
I've had people tell me that I look like I'm in my 20s, and I feel like that's weird. I feel like that's quite weird, but I could see it kind of. But
you are like 6 foot. So.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, that would be a cool movie to see.
It would be.
Because I like Christmas movies that are different from your normal Christmas movie. Like, I like your normal Christmas movies, but I like movies that, like Home Alone, for instance. That's not a normal Christmas movie to me.
Yeah.
Because what other movie does that? Like, it's not
Home Alone 2.
Hey, shut up. But yeah, I like movies like that. They're cool. But yeah, that'd be a cool movie to see. Anything else you'd like to add to the conversation?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think we have, for lack of a better term, counterclaimed.
We have made a counterclaim. I think we've agreed and disagreed on enough.
Yeah, I think that's the textbook definition of counterclaim.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, it's not.
Any last words you'd like to say?
Let's do like a quick synopsis of everything we've learned in this episode.
Okay, yeah.
Santa's definitely real. Vampire.
Wink, wink.
Vampire. Why'd you wink, wink?
I just thought I'd randomly put it in there.
Okay, fair enough. Vampires are also real.
Ryan got a shout out.
Yeah, Ryan is funding us. We're gonna get a Christmas bonus.
He's giving us $5.
Yeah.
We talked about Christmas movies.
Yeah.
I like the different Christmas movies.
Yeah. If you try and use 2 USB mics in a computer, it doesn't work.
We also are huge fans of Frosty. Please get our autographs to us.
We could have Frosty on the show. That's another thing I learned.
Yeah. All They Want for Christmas Is You is a terrible song. Well, good song, but it's played too often. But we like some other songs, Christmas songs, but they can get annoying after a while. Hallmark, apparently, to Jackson, is too hated.
It is too hated.
I personally disagree with that, but I think it is underhated, actually. But
I think we should dox. I think we should
burn it.
I think we should dox the people who make the movies.
Yep, they should not be making any money.
We should actually take money from them.
What else did we learn? We talked about we learned about your lifestyle. We learned about my lifestyle at Christmas. We talked about snow.
We learned you should eat yellow snow.
Yeah, definitely should.
Yeah,
Would try. It tastes like lemons.
Yeah, you still.
It also tastes like bananas.
Brown snow tastes like
chocolate.
Beef.
Beef? Why do you think of beef?
It depends on what your dog eats.
Okay. Actually, my dog would probably still eat it.
Well,
Either way.
Then it just tastes like crap.
Yeah, exactly. What else did we learn?
I learned nothing.
I don't learn very many things. But any final words you'd like to say?
I'll be back on Christmas Day.
Oh my! Huge Frosty fan over here. One final word.
I am Frosty's #1 fan.
Yes, he is Frosty's #1 fan.
Yeah.
One final word I would like to add: Distractables, you are going down. Markiplier, I don't care. We're destroying you with this.
More than one word. You need only one word.
We are destroying you with this podcast. It's going to be out of the water with our 2 subscribers on this probably.
Let me also say one more word. Counterclaim.
Counterclaim.
This has been Counterclaim.
This has been Counterclaim.
Oh, no, I want to do a really cool outro. Okay. This has been Counterclaim. Goodbye.
Distractables, you're going down.